So hi developers, I am Stone. If you are following my videos, then you may have noticed that I have started Java 1.8 new features. So I have listed down all the new Java 1.8 features that were introduced, and I have covered filter and for each method. So now today we are going to cover map and flat map. In Java 1.8, map and flat map were introduced, and they both have an intermediate stream operation and return another stream of object. So basically whenever we are using map and flat map, so there will be an intermediate stream operation happens, and it will be applied to each of the elements that present in the stream and returns an stream object. So the return type of this method is a stream of object. This map and flat map we use more for transformation and mapping operation. The behavior of map method is to produce one output for one input value. That is why it is also called one-to-one mapping. Okay, so whenever we are doing a map, whenever we have a collection and we are performing a map operation, if we are producing one input value, then it will produce one output value also. So this is something called one-to-one mapping. Okay, simultaneously the behavior of flat map is returns arbitrary value. So whenever we are passing a value, it will return an arbitrary value, either 0 or more. So let's see the method signature, how these two method signature looks like. So if you see, so here the syntax of map method: stream of generics are map, that it takes the argument function super and extend mapper. Okay, so similarly syntax of flat map is something similar to map only, but here I will tell something insights about this. So if you notice here, R is the element that usually stream holds, means so if you have encountered we are writing array list in our day-to-day life, we use generics, okay, to hold homogeneous type of element. So you can think of like this only. So this R is that element that it is holding. Okay, then comes the T parts. Okay, so since stream is an interface, T is the type of stream elements. Okay, and at the end mapper is stateless. Okay, and applied to each of the element that are present in the stream and returns a stream. As we know that the map method return type is a stream, so the mapper is also stateless and it is applied to each of the stream value, each of the elements that present and returns the stream object. Okay, if you see the signature, you can see there is a function, it takes an argument. I told you stream is an element and T is the stream is an interface and T is the type of the elements. Okay, so the work of this function is, so when we provide a function, it will be called for each value in the input stream and provide one result which is sent to the output stream. Okay, so this function is basically applied to each value in the input stream and provides the results again to the output stream. Map is also used for synchronous and non-synchronous one-to-one transformation. Synchronous you might be knowing. I will tell you what is non-blocking. Non-blocking is basically means that a function shouldn't block the operator calling it. Okay, so whenever a function is not blocking the operator calling it, it is a non-blocking operation. Okay, so if we come to the flat map syntax, the R and the T remains the same, but there is a slightly change in the mapper. Here the mapper is also stateless and applied to each elements of the stream, but it returns an arbitrary value. Okay, that is why it is also called one-to-many mapping. Okay. As we discussed, map is used for synchronous and non-blocking operation, but flat map is used for asynchronous and non-blocking one-to-n transformation, because it is one-to-many transformation. Basically in flat map, this function is applied first, then the flattening happens. Okay, so the function will be applied first to the element, then the flattening of the elements will be happened. So flattening means, so generally if I give you an idea, so you must in day-to-day life we write list of string, okay, to hold the elements in a list. So whenever there is a nested list, means list of string, and you want to flatten it, you want to make the nested list a single list, so that is called flattening. Okay, so if we talk about the use case scenario, of map method and flat map method, suppose you have a list of integers and you want to multiply it with some numbers, then we can use the map method to achieve this. And if I talk about flat map, suppose if you have an employee object and it has a fields like name, id, age, number, etc. And if I talk about flat map, suppose if you have employee object that has fields like name, id, age, number, and you have a work to fetch all the numbers of the employee and append +91, since we are Indians and our code is there like +91, so we have to apply the +91 and we have to send some greeting, means some notice to all the employees, that we can use using flat map, that we will going to see in couple of few minutes. Okay, let's not waste time, directly dig into the code. For the map and flat map, as you can see, I have an employee object, id, name, department, age, and phone number. You see it is a list of string because my employee can have multiple numbers, multiple phone numbers. So I have a static block here where all the values are getting populated before the main method execution happens, because static block execution happens during the initialization and before the calling of main method only. Okay, so let's suppose you want to get the all the employee names, that are all the employee names those who are working for you. So suppose employee names means we will be expecting a list of string, so we will do a list of string emp names employee dot stream dot map emp dot get name dot collector dot toList. Okay, if I run this program, let's print it as out. I am not doing any for loop directly, I am printing it for the simplicity purpose only, but don't use this type of statements for printing and list or collection. See, we are getting all those employee names. Okay, so suppose I will show you why it is in the past video only I have told you the map and the flat map returns a stream of object, but now we see how it is returning a list of employee. It is because due to this the collector.toList. If I don't use this collect.toList, you see it is telling that it will be returning a stream of objects. See, so if I use this stream of string, then I will print it. See, it is printing the hash code. Okay, see, so here you can notice during the initial videos I have told you the map and flat map method returns a stream of object, but you can see we are expecting a list of string. How it is happening? It is happening due to because this only collect.collector.toList. So it is just collecting all the elements and wrapping it to a list. Okay, if we want stream of objects, simply we will remove this and we will use stream here. So directly if I print here emp name, it will print the hash code only. We need to iterate over it, proper iteration. Emp names dot for each out x. Don't use println, just for simplicity use space. Let's run it. See, it is printing also all the elements. So this is all about map method. So let's focus on flat map. If you see, I have an employee object that has a contains list of string phone number. Now our task is to get all the employee numbers with adding a +91 to it, so that we can send some notice or send some greetings or send some important message to all those employees. So what we can do, we can use the flat map to flatten all those things. If we use map, we'll get the our list, okay, list of these numbers, means it will be a nested list, okay. Yeah, it will look like this: stream of stream of stream of string nums employee dot stream dot flat map, sorry, dot map x dot get phone numbers dot stream, okay. So if you see, the return type is here is nested type of string, or nested type of stream of string, okay. But we don't want to use this. We want to flatten the array, all the numbers. We want to flatten all the numbers and add +91. We are doing a after flat map also we will be doing a map operation to add the +91 and to send some greetings to them, okay. So let's focus on that. So I will be expecting a list of string, okay, list of string phone numbers employee dot stream dot flat map x, we'll give a meaningful name, emp dot get phone numbers dot stream. If you see here, no, dot map, I will use dot map here, then use x plus 91 plus x, okay, dot collector dot to list, okay. So let's print the numbers. See the original numbers, all the numbers are coming with 91. So basically there is no difference between the map and flat map and all those things, but flat map also do the same operation with the what map do, but with an extra functionality that it flattens the thing. Basically in machine learning, in data science, we use flat map a lot. We use map and flat map simultaneously, but flat map we use more, because when we deal with two-dimensional vector, we deal with flat map that time, okay. So let's look into the difference between the map and flat map. So I thought that so again this difference and all those credits goes to gigs per gigs. From there I got these differences. So if you see, whenever the function is passed to a map operation, it returns a single value. That I have told you, means it is an one-to-one operation. Whenever the function is passed to a flat map operation, it returns an arbitrary. That means it is a one-to-many operation, okay. It only performs the mapping. It performs mapping as well. I told you na, there is a very little difference between map and flat map. That this is the little difference, flattening. It can do mapping, also flattening. It produces a stream of value. This is also produces stream of value. Map is used only for transformation. Flat map is used for both for transformation and mapping. Okay, as I show you in this class, flat map, then mapping. Okay, so this is this is all about the today's video. I hope you guys like it. So tell me if you want more videos like it. like this, yeah, or you want some real-time implementation how I did for SharePoint. I was thinking to make a JWT secure authentication, JWT token based authentication using Spring Boot. Let's tell, if you want comment, I will make the videos. Otherwise we will continue, I will be continuing and I will complete all the Java 1.8 features. After that we will move to the Spark. I think I will move to Spark and machine learning, all those things, so one by one. So for this is all about today's videos. This is all about today's video. I hope you like it. So please subscribe and share it with your friends, comments, and hit the like button, so that it will be a large support for me. Thank you.